What's going on, Colts Nation? So, a little bit of an update here for you guys on the Indianapolis Colts head coaching search. I know right now there's so many candidates left. We'll see if the Colts do conduct third round interviews, which is crazy and just unheard of and stuff like that. But wanted to talk about something that Ian Rapoport was on the show, Pat McAfee's show today, just for a brief moment, and was talking about a couple different things. First off, is Evero, who was one of the Colts' second-round candidates. He took the defensive coordinator position with the Carolina Panthers, so he pairs up with Frank Reich there. I think that's a great hire for Carolina, but that does take him out of contention for the Colts job. One thing that Rapoport said that I just wanted to talk about and kind of touch on and discuss a little bit is the fact that he had been quoted, it was either in quotes from Pat McAfee, and Rapoport said as much. He said, things are leaning against Jeff Saturday being the Indianapolis Colts head coach. Now, we've heard a little bit about how Jeff Saturday is not considered kind of the guy already, but it's good to hear that as the Colts are continuing this process, it seems like the momentum for Jeff Saturday has kind of really slowed down a lot. And it seems like he's not really one of the top candidates here for the Colts moving forward. I know there's a few people who are disappointed with that, but I think the majority of Colts Nation are kind of relieved because you've spent all this time with all these different candidates. Jim Irsay's had some one-on-one things with these guys, and it would just almost seem disrespectful in certain ways to go through this process with these guys, 12-hour interviews, a long, tedious process. I don't know exactly what all the Colts did. Who knows? Maybe they learned how to make sausage. If you listen to Jim Irsay's presser, you'll understand why I say that. But that being said, I do feel like it would be a little bit disrespectful, and I do feel like there'd be some executives who'd have some issue if the Colts went through all these different more than qualified candidates. And I think there are three guys here that I legitimately would be stoked about. That being obviously Brian Callahan, Shane Steichen, or Raheem Morris. Now, I do wonder, does that hurt Raheem Morris's chances at becoming the Colts head coach? Because a lot of people had kind of linked him and Evero together as a potential, hiring and then defensive coordinator. So I don't know what the deal is with that, but that was just an interesting note. But going back to the topic, I think that's just a breath of fresh air, just to know, like, okay, Saturday, while he did have a second interview, I think if the Colts, when they do conduct third interviews, I don't really see Jeff Saturday getting a third interview. Now, I could be wrong. Like we said, Jim Irsay can be a little bit unpredictable at times, so you never know. But I thought this was big enough news to kind of talk about it here for a few minutes, kind of give my overall thoughts. And I guess we'll see. I know there was some saying like the Colts don't make a decision by the weekend, they'll probably conduct third interviews. Well, here we are on a Monday. We haven't heard anything yet. I want to add, Rapoport added one more thing. He thinks today is the day when the Colts will kind of decide to make the decision on who those finalists will be, right? And who the guys are they want to move forward with. So I personally think you need to have no more than three, but knowing the Colts will have 4 or 5. Hopefully not. Hopefully they just narrow it down to 3 and can go from there. But interesting comments from Rapoport nonetheless, as right now, I wanted to add this in here. It was kind of came out last night. We hadn't made a video about it. Brian Callahan is not one of the finalists for the Arizona job. So really the Colts have 3 options, and none of those 3 top options, in my opinion, are interviewing for the Arizona job. So Colts can pick pretty much whoever they want, some of the best candidates out there. Just be intrigued to see what happens. And, especially with Steichen, if they do decide to go with Steichen, it could be a whole nother week before they make that decision. So we'll see. It'll be really telling to see, do the Colts make a decision this week, and do we figure out what that decision is? I'm not sure yet. I'm not sure who they're going to go with. There's kind of been leaning toward, Callahan as of recent, but I feel like I've heard everything, so I feel like it's going to be one of those 3 guys. And don't rule out Wink Martindale either, Giants defensive coordinator. He's been in the league for a long, long time, never had an opportunity to be a head coach. So that would be just an interesting wild card guy for me. And I've heard his name, that he's one of those top candidates as well. So let me know, guys, your thoughts here overall on the Colts head coaching search. And who is your top candidate out of all these guys? And if you're a Jeff Saturday fan, as a coach, I apologize. It doesn't seem like he's going to be in the running here for the Indianapolis Colts head coaching job, but we shall see how this plays out, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. Really appreciate all the support. You guys are incredible. Thank you so much. And as always, guys, go Colts. you.